Hey y'all, Stand Up Gaming here with another vlog. I've been video editing all day, and you'll notice that when I move my mouse, sometimes the monitor shakes and I am tired of it. If you watched my previous vlog, you would have seen this monitor and how I like it for how much I paid for it, but the real downside is the fact that the base is quite wobbly. So today I've been motivated enough to actually get it on the Ergotron Monitor Arm, and let's go do that together. And this is the Ergotron Monitor Arm that we're going to be installing today. I don't know the model off the top of my head, but I'll post a link to it in the description. So we're going to install this monitor arm on that cheap monitor. And the first thing we need to do is get that monitor off its base. The monitor is laid down so I have access to the base. Man, it's really wobbly. Behind the monitor arm there's a little switch you have to push and then pull up to get the base off. Just like that. With the base off, we can see the 4 mounting holes that we're going to be using with the monitor arm. And you can see that the mounting holes are 75 millimeters apart, and they correspond with these mounting holes, which are also 75 millimeters apart. And these are the screws we're going to be using to attach it to the monitor arm. To make the install easier, I'm going to remove this portion of the monitor arm by loosening this set screw. With the set screw loose, the monitor arm should be able to pull off. Just like that. And then we can simply align the mounting plate to where it needs to be. Of course, with my luck, the screws I have are too short. And I don't remember where I put the other screws for this mounting plate. Luckily, I did find another screw with the same pitch and thread. However, it's way too long. Luckily, we have a 3D printer to help fix this. My plan is to take this screw and this washer I found, and all we need to do is make a spacer to make this work. I'm going to screw it all the way down and take some measurements. Based on what I'm seeing, we could probably get away with a 10 millimeter spacer, or even 9 or 8. We'll probably go with probably 9. On second thought, I think I'll go with 8.
And we'll make the hole about 4 millimeters. And we'll make it about 10 millimeters across.
Once again, it's going to be 10 millimeters in diameter with a 4 millimeter hole, and we're going to be extruding that to 8 millimeters. All done. With the spacer STL loaded in, we can then just multiply it by 4, arrange them, and this should be ready to print. With my filament loaded up and the extruder up to temp and the bed up to temp, we should be ready to party. This is the file that we need, and apparently it's only going to take 5 minutes to print out, so let's get to it. It just occurred to me that the Ergotron base plate is going to be covering the RGB ring. For me, it's not that big of a deal, but for some, it might be a deal breaker. Up to you. With the prints all done, we can give them a little test fit. Let's give these a little try. Looking good so far. Nice. Now I have the rest of the spacers and bolts placed in, and we should be able to put the monitor arm back together again. Looking good. I've gone ahead and mounted the monitor arm right over here. It's just a simple clamp, and I can move it around easily if I want to, if I don't like the location where it's at. It's going to be impossible for me to mount this back on over there with one hand, so I'll have to do it off camera. And the monitor is now back on its base, and the monitor arm. And just like that, we now have the cheapo 4K monitor on the Ergotron. And like I pointed out before, the plate for the monitor arm does cover some of the RGB ring. And I guess if you care, that sucks. If you don't care, then whatever. With the monitor now on the monitor arm, you might be wondering, am I happy with it? And the answer is kind of, sorta. I do like how clean it looks and the fact that I can move it around now, but the stability of the monitor hasn't really improved that much. When I shake it, it still shakes a fair bit, but not as bad as before. And the main problem is the mount itself is attached to this large shell, and I don't think there's actually a supporting frame underneath to kind of stabilize and really make it solid. So we're basically at the mercy of this plastic clamshell. I'm still happy that I installed it because I was going to do it anyways, so this is still a thumbs up. And if you like this vlog, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow.